you can see the roles available for the troops that you have. So you can see like for this welcome troop, there's the product role, fall product, and troop helper. So if you need to add a role, you can just click it and then you can add it to yourself. So if you have a parent that needs to add the role for themselves, they can go to their household and click add a new role, which will take them to the catalog. So they'll want to like search for the troop, and then you can just add role and it'll add them to the role. If they're already registered, they get added. If they're not registered, they'll get prompted to do a membership and a background check.
And really, even if you are the troop leader and you are also the de facto treasurer, whatever roles you are holding, actively place yourself in that role for clarity. Anyone who is not in that active treasurer designated role will not have access to the finances tab. And it's very, very helpful for us as council, as your council liaisons, to be able to look at your troop roster and know, okay, we know exactly who's the person who is primarily responsible for the bank account. Whether it's the troop leader or another volunteer, we'll know who to reach out to during the year if there's any need. So feel free to designate out all those roles to the appropriate people, even if it is yourself as the troop leader. Ideally, you have someone else to do it, but we know that the reality is a lot of times we as the troop leader are the one who's primarily doing it. Oh, good question, Stephanie. Where do I get the cookie sale profit information from? Really good question. The amount that you're reporting on your TFR for cookie sales proceeds or fall sales proceeds is your troop proceeds number. It's specifically the amount that your troop earned. It's not the total amount of money that came in. It's not the amount that you deposited to your troop. That troop proceeds number will be on the final report in eBuddy or for fall sales in the M2 system. So your cookie manager or your fall sales manager can pull that number for you. If your troop cookie manager is not sure how to get that, then reach out to your service unit cookie manager and she will be able to give you that number. So again, don't try to total your deposits and then subtract the amount of cookies or the ACH debits from council, because that is complicated. You're going to have to account for cookies paid through digital cookie that the payment doesn't actually run through your troop. Use the number that is reported as your troop proceeds. Yes, we are recording the chat today, the Q&A. The session itself with the content was recorded yesterday, and we will release the video with the Q&As from both today and yesterday's sessions.
Yeah, so right now we're just recording our current Q&A session. So yeah, I think it'll be released in the email. We're drafting it up after the session, hopefully by Monday or Tuesday next week, once we have all the resources together. So just look out for an email sometime next week.
Okay, Stephanie's question is, there a new troop without a bank account? So do we not include the bank form from April? That is correct. If you don't have a troop account yet, you still need to file a troop finance report. But what you would report on it is any funds that you have managed on a cash basis or just a petty cash funds. You wouldn't necessarily, or you wouldn't be able to include a bank statement.
Yeah, and for the part where you have to, if you need to upload a bank statement, you can just upload like a blank page or take a picture of nothing and send it up.
It may not require you to attach the bank statement to.
Yeah, as long as there's a note that you say that you don't have an account set up, we usually won't follow up with that. But just as long as there's some sort of note, so we remember like, oh yeah, they don't have one because they don't have an account. Yeah.
Right. So Stephanie's next question, is it advised to have access to eBuddy for treasurers in the future? That would be kind of a troop decision. It would really depend on how your troop leadership works together, if you've got separate volunteers or if one person has overlapping roles. Typically, we don't want too many people to have access to eBuddy because it can get messy if multiple people are trying to make entries into eBuddy. Just having visibility into it is another issue though. But your cookie manager should for sure at the end of the sale provide the treasurer and the troop leader with a final report so that they can see the total sales, they can see what the troop proceeds were. Absolutely, that's something that the leader and the treasurer should get. And really the girls should see as well. They need to see what were their total sales, what was their profit. Very important. Any other questions we can answer for you all? If not, we really appreciate everyone coming and spending Saturday with us. Oh, okay. When is the TFR due? Another important question. May 31st, using your April bank statement, whether that's kind of mid-April or end of April, just around that time frame, your April bank statement. It is May every year, and it looks like it will be May 31st every year going forward. From council, with a reminder that TFR season is here. I believe the email went out to troop leaders and troop treasurers. The email contains links to the training, links to the various resources so that you can start getting ready to file that report. A lot of times, service unit treasurers will also send an email out to their troops reminding them that this is coming up and offering to help if they need assistance. If you need assistance with your TFR, that's probably the best place to go is your service unit treasurer. Part of their role is providing support in filling out that report accurately.